Hey, man. Now, what everybody's been talking about in this transfer portal, man. Nico Iamaleava.
So much news coming out, man.
Nico Iamaleava. He's
It
headed
seems.
to UCLA. Uh,
Mhm.
According to a few people have posted on Twitter that he was going to UCLA. I think that's interesting. Where do we start with this? Like, where do we start with this? Do we start with
Man, I got to practice, holding out of practices because of
yeah, my boy just wasn't
undisclosed
showing up to
NIL
practice? Yeah, I think that's what's
in the spring
interesting.
practice.
I
But the weekend
think that's
before,
what's. Go ahead.
I was supposed to say the weekend before he decided to leave and put his name in the transfer portal. Him and a lot of offensive, from what I understand, a lot of offensive skill position players, which just had the office coordinator house, like all just did like a little retreat group thing.
But
Apparently, he
is it
was having
not
discussions
crazy
with them
about what?
about it seemed like from what the family's saying, the offense, and then otherwise what I would believe, something that's going on, them having that conversation like, hey, that last straw conversation type of deal, like I'm about to go to the portal. I was promised this and that. He even signed his NIL deal, the 3 years, $8 million that he was promised. He signed that in high school with Tennessee. Not once he got to Tennessee in high school that was signed. And there was words about
That's
what he
interesting.
was exactly, bro. Signing that contract at high school, like you could decommit from that university anytime. Like you can even withdraw your letter of intent if you like to. Like how does that really work when it comes to a high schooler that is not at your university
But
yet?
why are you having contract talks in the middle? Why are you first of all? Why are you having contract negotiations? Period. While you're on it, period. Second of all, why are we having contract talks during spring ball? Third of all, you just got your ass busted against Ohio State, and you want to come to me talking about money? You want to come to me talking about $4 million after? No, no. I don't care what you say, what you talk about, bro. They was talking about his numbers, how he threw 10 touchdowns in the SEC. Six of them came against, I think four of them came against Vanderbilt, and two of them
Mm-hmm.
came against somebody else that was just like, and it's just like, bro, what? What?
Bro, just crazy talk.
Who is in your head, in your ear, telling you you need to go, all right, you need to go get this, or you need to go see if they'll pay you this because such and such getting paid this.
It
You
seemed like
didn't. You were
dad,
not up
bro.
to standard. You were not up to standard. There was a level that was set. There was a standard that was set. You did not live up to it. You just did not. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like
I seen like that kid coming through, especially his senior at high school, like a lot of 7-on-7, even playing with his team, bro. His dad, from what I understand and what I've seen, has to be one of the leads. His dad, if his dad is his agent, his representative, or tied in close, some family tie with the representative. Seem like his dad has always been one of those dads where like it looks and it just gives off his dad is trying to live what he
through
wanted through
him.
his son.
Okay, but see, like somebody has to.
This is a kid who what just turned 19 years old. Oh no.
Bro,
He
you talking
redshirted
about
his
trying to go
first
get?
season, and this is technically his first playing. Last year was
But
his
you
first
shouldn't.
playing season.
You talking about going to get $4 million, bro? Like,
Exactly.
and I understand. Like, okay, we want to push for more money, like kind of like contracts in the NFL and stuff like that. Okay, I get it, but you out of your damn mind, like that. You is out of your damn mind. If this bum like the one we about to talk about, Carson Beck, I don't know. Granted, we don't know what his NIL numbers are like. We don't know anything for sure, but Carson Beck, man, I
Man,
digress. I digress because this is ridiculous. Man, talking about $4 million, bro. We really went. There was such a paradigm shift in college sports. It's crazy. We really went from players having zero control to players having all the control. And this is not. No, there has to
It's
be.
NCAA too, though, bro. There's no rules or regulations, so
They
stuff
don't
like this can
care.
happen.
They don't
sadly,
care.
sadly, bro. And then there was even talks like the tight end from the Bengals who played with Ocho Cinco. His last name's like it was started for you. He's Polly,
Hey, you talking about all the way back then? I
but he
damn
has
sure.
connections with the family. From his personal reports, he was saying that apparently, like agreeing with the fact that it wasn't apparently about the money. It was more of an offensive scheme thing. And while Tennessee, the whole stretch out the field with receivers and whatnot, and he wasn't getting enough chances to really prove or show his talent towards his worth. But at the same time, it's like this whole situation is spurred
Then
around.
don't go to the school, bro. You knew what kind of offense Josh Heupel ran before you got there. It's not like
Exactly,
Josh
bro.
Heupel just pulled this offense out his ass last week. Like, come
Uh,
on, bro. What are
and
we
then the
talking
whole thing
about?
of like decided not to practice. And the biggest fault, or the biggest thing that I have against him is that you quit on your team. You just show you quit on your team. I see many people who's touched this topic before. Now when you go to the NFL, this is a new conversation.
Yeah.
You've been made. Your camp has made you an example, national example, something that's got to stick with you until you can somehow prove otherwise.
Yeah.
On a decision that you consciously made with somebody pushing you to do it and not on your own will.
I don't. Yeah. Yep. And that's often the problem. But man, Carson Beck is headed to Miami from Georgia after he had a terrible season. Like he arguably the way that man played last year, everybody was like, "Is he going to the draft?" No, he cannot.
No,
He could not.
not a chance, bro. People
He could.
people talking
Granted,
crazy about Jalen Milroe go to the draft. That kid, like, no.
granted, they had, they couldn't slow down, so they had people. They starting receivers weren't
Receivers out
weren't
for the
playing
season.
all season because they were suspended. But you still got 4 and 5 stars behind them. This is Georgia. Like this ain't
This ain't
this
Ole
ain't
Miss. This ain't
even Ole
Missouri.
Miss got 4 and 5 stars on the bench. Like
This isn't no
I'm
Missouri. This isn't no
like
South Carolina.
like but yeah, and so they Georgia's problem with their offense last year, they couldn't throw the ball. Carson Beck, I mean, I
Quarterback
guess
wasn't
like it kind
helping
of
us as
proved that
much.
maybe Lad McConkey and Brock Bowers are really them boys, and I think they showed that in the NFL. But it's just showing that Carson Beck ain't really what Carson Beck was supposed to be, and
He
Carson
didn't
Beck
get better whatsoever.
he got worse.
Exactly,
He
bro.
got worse. He
And
got
like
worse.
you said, to the fact of two, you got 4 or 5 star receivers. Like it's not like your whole team is gonna slow down. No, defense played out of their mind. Defense
Out of
saved
there,
them,
but they
bro.
got that's
Defense is
Kirby
the reason
though.
they played out good.
Let me stop you though. That's Kirby Smart, and I think, and I could be wrong. Outside of Stetson Bennett, Kirby Smart has struggled to develop offensive players, especially quarterbacks. There have been very little, and not just develop, like while they run some sort of a pro style offense at Georgia, these aren't pro ready quarterbacks. These quarterbacks, their offense is very slow, is very monotonous, is very old, very stagnant. They don't have any creativity in their offense.
Let's say
They're very much
was Matthew Stafford under Kirby Smith at Georgia.
Kirby got there. Kirby Smart has been their coach. I think Kirby's been there for at least 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was before he was probably still Alabama with Saban and them.
I think you're talking about what's his name? Damn, I cannot remember that boy's name. That they coach. I said that boy,
Because there
but
was a
they
black
coach
haired
name
coach before him.
before Kirby.
Yeah, it was a coach. No, not black head coach. Like a white guy, black hair.
Oh, I thought you said a black head coach.
No,
You
sir,
said
no,
haired.
nah.
I was like, in Georgia, in Athens,
Fam.
they had a black. Who was this black
Nah.
head coach? Huh?
They ain't had no brother saying go dogs.
Yeah, no.
But
But as Carson Beck goes, guess who's coming right in? Zachariah
Zachariah
Branch,
Branch, that boy, and his younger brother too.
one of the most explosive players in college football today as he leaves Georgia and goes to, as he leaves Oregon to go
US,
to Georgia or
he was at
USC. I said
USC.
Oregon.
Yeah,
I
with
said
Lincoln
Oregon.
Riley, bro. Lincoln Riley recruited him out there right around the time. Who was it? It was Caleb.
Yeah,
Caleb Williams was out there. Honestly,
yeah, yeah.
in my opinion, just like a lot of players, just like how we talked about before, NFL players, USC wasted his time.
Waste of
They
talent.
recruited
Waste of
him
talent.
so hard. Even got his brother to commit. Wasting his
But I
time.
wouldn't even say they wasted his talent though, because I will say like when Caleb Williams, I'm trying to think. There was a year Zachariah Branch really had like a year.
His
Maybe it was
freshman
2 years
year,
ago. It was Caleb. Well, that was 2 years ago, right?
yeah, his
Caleb
freshman year,
Williams last
Caleb
year
Williams'
or
first year at
first
USC
at
when it was going
USC. Yeah,
crazy.
okay, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But it just seems like his touches just started to go away. And he's too explosive.
He
There's
returns the
some
ball
players,
too. Like
but there are some players that like don't have the best practices. But then when them lights come on and it's time to play ball, they gonna play ball.
bro, like a
And I don't
switch.
know what he practices like, but he's one of them boys. When the lights come on, he's playing ball.
And he played for a national like ranked high school team in Bishop Gorman. Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
not like he just wasn't like
Oh, Zachariah Branch was no scrub out of high school.
never, bro. And then he had like 20 plus offers across the country. SEC, like Georgia was already recruiting him. The whole SEC was going for him. So they watched him practice. They've seen him in game too, seen his personality. So it's not like I don't feel like it's nothing towards him. I feel like it's a little bit more towards USC. I think he might have had like a slight injury.
Maybe it's Lincoln
missed a couple weeks.
No, I don't know.
We see what Lincoln Riley does when he goes. Like I'm sorry, but like
I think he's just a good quarterback coach. That's it. But that's neither here nor there.
Exactly.
But Jaden Ott was one of
five.
Oh, it's 5 of them boys?
5. California right now
5.
had one running back in that room going to film. One.
Well, he was one of 5 running backs that decided to hit the portal for Cal. Jaden Ott will be going to University of Oklahoma. But what is going on out in Cal? I don't know. Man. I can't tell you, but I know that Oklahoma just got a dog.
Oklahoma just got a menace to society. That boy can do it all. Catch the ball out the backfield, toting that thing. Athletic, like people are high Trevor Etienne, bro. I'm high Jordan Ott.
I think Jaden Ott is going to be one of those. He's going to be one of those first round draft pick running backs. Like there aren't many of them, but I think Jaden Ott will be one of them.
Complete back, all purpose, if you will.
all purpose, if you will.
bro, I'm high on that kid. I also wish we could have got him up in Boulder because talk about an upgrade, and then you can put other backs around him to lighten the load. Everybody stays healthy.
But Colorado, man. Nikhil Green, their best linebacker, hit the portal. He's at Alabama now. And Isaiah Augusta. I don't know if Nikhil Green was tampered with or if he just decided to leave. But we do know Isaiah Augusta was tampered with and Carter Stoudemire. And Deion Sanders did not hesitate to let y'all know what it is and what it wasn't. And
exactly.
It was like he said, he let y'all get one, but y'all got
Virginia, you ain't getting away with no more. No more. We know you had a bad season, not only in football but in basketball. But bro, what? And then on top of that, to go at Carter Stoudemire, try to get him over there, and that's part of the student family, pretty much. Like, no. And then we have other players for us, like Cash Cleveland leaving too, kind of dropping out. People saying because playing time situation.
But I think that's the thing too, though. Is like I don't mean to cut you off. Is bro, competition like, and I think that's the problem. Is like Deion Sanders is an old coach, and so he's going to bring in players that like he's going to create competition, and I think we're starting to see people run from that competition. I think people like Cash Cleveland got his opportunity to play and start last year, and now that opportunity is probably being taken from him, and he doesn't like it.
The last the one who last night I think is Zelensky.
Zelensky. Same
situation. He lost his starting spot. He immediately hit the portal.
Competition, bro. We're here
Everybody
to
want to be a
compete.
dog
I
until
mean,
it's
but like
time to
I
show you're a
understand
dog.
everybody want to compete, but it's also they want to make it to the league, and I can't get to the league if I don't have film.
That is facts.
I mean, and man,
But
Cash just burnt his freshman year though. Like he just burnt his freshman year. So now he kind of I don't know he has to play, bro. He just burnt his freshman year.
100%. But at the same time, he came out IMG, 3-star prospect at IMG. You've been with the top. And like you said, Dion's an old head coach. And the biggest thing is like how you practice. I'm sorry to say, nothing towards him. I hope the best for him. But if there's levels too, like you said, you're not going to always be able to transfer up, transfer the same. A lot of times you got to transfer down, like Malachi Nelson. It's kind of similar situation. He's to his third school, lowest of all the schools he's been to when it comes to like level wise. And so running for competition, when you're asked to be a dog in practice and you can't prove or give your coaches enough trust to put you in a starting position at where you're at, how's it going to change when we go to a school that's same level, just as better? What is going to change?
Probably not going to the same level.
Exactly, bro. And then that takes you out of your whole dream of being an NFL. But like they said, with this transfer portal, the grass isn't greener on the other side all the time.
Nah, it's over 1,000 players in the transfer portal, and all 1,000 of them are not going to find somewhere to play.
Bro, I think it was a stat, I could be wrong, but about 40% of players who entered the portal just last year or currently didn't even get to go to another school. So now you're sitting around with years of eligibility that you can lose. Like Dion said, you're looking back and saying, what if? What if? Like, exactly, bro. You lose your credits. Your credits, you lose credits after X amount of years in college. So now you're restarting. You just, like, granted, you could be on scholarship at certain points, but it's like, what do you got to fall back on now? You lose your references, leave and jump and leave and not want to compete. Not want to be a dog. It's time to be a dog. Like, it's a sad thing to see, but it's like, bro, like, even though we're the new generation across the border sports, at the same time, the hard work and the work that you want to put into is never going to change for you to get to that next level.
That's real.
It's never going to, what you're expected to be is never going to change.